The classic English fairy tale of Jack the Giant Killer tells the story of a clever and brave young farmer, son from Cornwall. He lived during the time of the famous King Arthur and went from being a simple boy to a great hero. His story is about using his mind and courage to defeat many scary giants who were causing trouble in the land. Jack's journey to fame began with the troublesome giant Cormoran. This fearsome giant was 18 feet tall and lived on a hill called St. Michael's Mount. He would steal and eat the local farm animals. One winter evening, Jack decided to stop him. He took a horn, a shovel, and a pickaxe and went to the mount. There, he dug a very deep pit and cleverly covered it with sticks and dirt so it was hidden. Then Jack blew his horn loudly to wake up the giant. Cormoran, angry at the noise, rushed out and fell right into the hidden trap. This gave Jack the chance to strike the giant with his pickaxe, killing him. For this brave act, the leaders of Cornwall gave him the title Jack the Giant Killer. They also gave him a special sword and a belt with words on it that said, "This is the valiant Cornishman who slew the giant Cormoran." News of Cormoran's death reached another giant named Blunderbore, who ate people and wanted revenge. Blunderbore caught Jack and took him to his enchanted castle. The floor of the castle was covered with the bones of people the giant had eaten, but Jack was smart and didn't give up. He found a cord and managed to hang both Blunderbore and his brother Rebex. After hanging them, he stabbed them to make sure they were dead. After this dangerous escape, Jack found 3 ladies who had been locked up and starved by the giants. He freed them, saving their lives. Jack's heroic acts continued as he traveled. In Wales, he met a giant with 2 heads. Jack tricked this giant by pretending to cut his own belly open and then sewing it up. The foolish giant tried to do the same thing but ended up killing himself. Because Jack was becoming so famous, the son of King Arthur asked for his help. Jack was given magical items to aid him in his quest: a sword that was always sharp, shoes that made him run very fast, a cap that gave him knowledge, and a cloak that could make him invisible. In one famous adventure, he used his cloak of invisibility to rescue a knight and his lady from a giant. While invisible, he first cut off the giant's nose and then stabbed him in the back, killing him. This victory was followed by a big dinner that was interrupted by a 2-headed giant named Thunderdell, who came in shouting his scary chant, "Fee, fo, fum." Jack's last and most dangerous adventure took him to the enchanted castle of a giant named Galligantus. An old man showed Jack the way and told him that the giant was holding many knights and ladies as prisoners. Among the prisoners was a duke's daughter, who a powerful sorcerer had turned into a white doe. To get into the castle, Jack used a magical trumpet that shattered the gates when he blew it. Once inside, he used his sharp sword to quickly cut off Galligantus's head. When the giant died, the sorcerer who worked for him ran away in a whirlwind. With the giant defeated, all the magic spells were broken. The duke's daughter turned back into her human form, and all the other prisoners were finally set free. Because of his great courage and cleverness, Jack was welcomed into King Arthur's court. He married the duke's daughter he had rescued. As a gift, the king gave them a large home and land. Jack and his wife lived there for the rest of their lives, happy and content. It is important to know that the story of Jack the Giant Killer is different from the story of Jack and the Beanstalk. Both stories have a hero named Jack who meets a giant. However, Jack the Giant Killer is a long adventure about a hero who fights and defeats many different giants to protect the people. Jack and the Beanstalk is a simpler folktale about a boy who climbs a magic beanstalk and uses his wits to trick a single giant.